Oh man, what's good, people? It's your boy, Icarus Gray. And this is Gray Area Anime. And we are back. I can't do the scratch noise. Back with another one. Another phantasmal,
futuristic.
There we go. Episode of the Gotei 3. And technically, I guess we're missing one, but we're not. Anyway, I'm your host.
We're adding to the roster.
He's here in spirit.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're adding to the society.
There you go.
But it is I, your host, if you didn't know, Icarus Gray, also known as Toshiro Joe.
Yay!
You
I
just say
didn't know
your
what was
name.
supposed to
You
happen.
just say your name.
Kenny D,
okay.
just will _ in the front and back.
I guess I would be Rukia Nay all day and tomorrow,
Okay.
I like that.
aka Prima Diva.
Yeah, I like
All
that.
right, that works. And guys, I did as I said I would. I'm caught up on My Hero Academia.
All right.
Wonderful.
Yep.
I say wonderful, but I have no. I'm not a reader, guys. I mean, I am a reader. I love reading, but I have yet
she's
to
just
actually
not.
start the
Patrick?
journey
Is she Peachy Girl?
of reading.
She's not, because she'll at least
There are
she
things
reads
I do read.
Webtoons.
Yeah, I was gonna talk
okay.
about that.
She
I don't
likes
know if there's a
Webtoons.
place, because there are a couple that I just started reading that are like, yes.
This is the place for that.
Webtoons are pretty dope. I'm still sliding into them. I'm trying to finish Tower of God before I do anything else.
I want to get into that.
It's
Now,
really good.
Webtoons already, I'm not going to lie, they already got my money. I went on ahead and paid $10 to get some coins because there was a couple. They know they wrong. They did this whole promo, right?
Mm-hmm.
They were like, oh, if you read 24 of either of these two Webtoons, you'll get free coins or some crap like that. I was like, okay, well,
Bet.
cool. Go to the episodes or whatnot, and there are only 10 of one. There are 46 of the other, but they knew what they were doing, and they knew that only 3 of them were free, or 5 of them were free at the time. So I said, oh, y'all real dirty for this. I still got to get to 24 somehow, which I didn't make it. But I got the rest of I got as far in that webtoon as I
I gotta
could.
get deeper in the Webtoons.
So
man.
good, but they make me feel so girly. Like nothing makes me feel more like a whole chick out here
I
than
can
reading
imagine.
these rom-com or romantic-esque webtoons.
There's a lot
I'm
of
like,
those. It's a lot of those.
but I
Man,
don't usually
wow.
come to the anime
And
for
that's-
that. That's
and
not
that's
what I
fine.
usually
And I-
come for.
I know.
And I'm like, what are
And
they
that's why I
doing
kinda
to
throw
me?
you. That's why.
Yeah.
That's why I said I'm sliding in there slowly. I guess.
Listen, let me tell you something. They are the only people I know who can do X-rated content,
Yeah.
and somehow you're like
And
you're
it's so
you're
pretty.
literally
I
like
can't read it anymore. but
you're
it's
literally
so
like,
pretty.
I'm here for the stories,
Yeah, you're like,
And
dang,
you
that's-
really mean it.
It's
because they
like-
start off with a story and then it's like boom, random sex, and then but it's
Game of
not like
Thrones with
yes,
pictures.
And-
yes,
But they're
But less
such
killing
beautiful
someti-
pictures.
The art is amazing.
They're
That's
so
what
nice
draws
to
you.
look
I
at.
can't think of the name of it. But here's the
It's
funny.
probably still in my phone, like the one that you were. You told me to read.
Yeah,
one
the
with
funny-
about the boy.
Yeah, about
yeah.
so long story short, he ends up getting some sort of defective something or other.
Like an ab workout, something. I think it was whatever
And
from a
anyway,
classmate.
so what it does is it like shocks his ween,
yeah.
and now he's able to like he gives pure pleasure when he touches
something-
people.
It's like the pheromones or something in his blood, like or in
Yeah.
his like it's the chemicals in his liquids, like in the liquids. So in his sweat, in his saliva, in his blood,
Like he literally
that
just
when
being
he
around
comes-
him makes you feel
man
like
or woman.
happy.
When he starts to sweat or he starts to get nervous, whatever, you start to.
If you
it
get any of
changes
his
the chemicals in the
liquid,
air,
anything on him,
and you are like
you are happy, and it's your
transported.
purest point of happiness.
Yeah.
And so they
It's a
did it.
walking ecstasy pill.
literally with
And-
no down. Like I mean, I
No,
don't
that,
think there's
because
no
now
crash.
people would, like, and it doesn't matter who touches him, because like
That's
if
it.
I sweat on if he sweated on a dude, it's just like
the dude is
I'm
all
like
of a sudden like,
seeing,
oh my
like,
god, why am I
How long
attracted
does
to
it
you?
last?
I
why
feel
am I
so
crying?
disturbed.
It just,
It just stays, and then they kind of
And
like,
they come back.
they come back because
Like,
they
some of them
want
come back
that.
to find him. Because it is like hitting a drug that you were like, oh my, and like I said, there's no crash. Like,
but they
or
do
that
it
we saw
because
anyway.
initially this sounds just like pure unadulterated smut is what it sounds like.
And there are smutty moments, quite a few.
But in every one of their moments, like when they reach the moment of climax, no pun intended there.
Pun
They
intended. What?
like they have these beautiful like landscapes of
all of a sudden you're like naked
in
swimming in a
space.
pond. There's
is all
mountains
stars
behind
everywhere.
you.
Yeah.
And
Well, I don't think it's on
stars
Webtoons.
above
I
you.
found this on the
Another
one I
website.
text you. I think to watch
okay.
to
Yeah.
read Hitman.
Yes.
I think.
I'm just gonna tap the three
I'm gonna
movies.
find the name of it to give it to you. I don't know if it's. I probably closed it out of my phone because I
but
felt
it-
weird. Bro, like you don't
Because,
want to be
like,
caught.
You don't want to
reading
pull that up and be like,
Because you
Because then you have
literally
to explain
like
the story. Like,
you have to explain the
it's like
entire
trying
story.
to explain Saga to somebody or something.
yeah,
like
it's
that.
like no. I swear to God, I'm not just sitting here looking at naked people. I promise you, I'm not one of
Listen,
those.
his
No
penis
offense
is
to
out
any
and
of
he's got
those,
horns,
but I'm
Yeah.
not in that
That's
club.
not what this is.
That's
It's,
not what this
it's just a small part of the
Rep,
story.
get a little closer to your.
It's a small
I'm
part.
here. I'm sorry.
No, you're
but
fine.
yeah, like I just I understand, but I just don't want to be caught up
I got you.
in that.
But I'm telling you, like it was so amazing. Like I'm sitting
Such a
here
good
reading
story,
it
though.
because I had gone through like a couple of these because I'd be like, I wonder if I can find another diamond in the rough.
Mhm.
And this one was so amazing in the sense that it's like it creates this like soap opera sense of tension and like the culmination of why it was happening and
the
like,
love story aspect
the
of
love
it,
story
like,
aspect of everything that was going on with it because
it's just so
there
much.
was a person that he was in love with and wanted to be with, but he's this nerdy guy who's never gotten attention from people, who's always been kind of pushed aside.
So he's
Yeah.
just some random guy that, like,
It's almost like wish fulfillment, almost.
Mhm.
okay, I
But
got
the interesting, the way that they incorporate the love back into it is the fact that the woman that he does like a lot, and that I think
She
ultimately
had-
comes to like him,
like,
doesn't
something had happened to
really want
her.
to have sex with. I don't want to. Are you
Yeah.
going to tell what happened to her?
She
I remember
she was in an abusive relationship.
she was in some S&M, like BDS&M kind of
Yeah,
thing
and
with
it
her
was
ex,
like-
great type stuff.
who
and
just
he
like
It was really bad
yeah,
to where she didn't feel
she was like brainwashed.
free of him in a way. And so she hadn't really been able to sleep. She had not slept really
Because
good.
he
She had like
abandoned her.
insomnia.
He
Yeah.
like disappeared. She didn't know where he went to.
It was kind of like if 50 Shades of Grey went terrible, went bad.
If
like
he lived in
just,
a trailer park, like
yeah,
everyone has said.
Yeah,
And then he just left her in that trailer park after making her like dependent emotionally
Upon
like
all
on
of that,
him,
right?
and then just left her.
so it's really like I feel like it's a culmination look into like an addictive quality of
Mm-hmm.
what are you actually addicted to? Like, should you not chase after your happiness with an actual purpose and better addiction that is real, not
Not addiction.
or
healthier situation.
So anyway, long story short, what they were trying to do is they were looking for like this youth serum
Mm-hmm.
kind of thing, and the guy that there's this old dude that was trying to get all this stuff from
He
him
wanted to live forever.
wanted to
yeah.
live forever, and this energy thing that they had like created. And it's like huge. Like the guy she used to be dating was a part of this company.
See, I
and
wasn't
they,
even gonna
like,
say that. I was just gonna say that
like
when
they
get
just started
together,
to like it was. Man, they just started
It's so
pulling like
good.
they
It's
started
very
pulling layers. Like it's crazy because initially you just think, okay, guy got super penis.
Right.
And but he
And
and
that's
I mean,
just
but
finna
the
be-
complication is that he doesn't want to be out. Like he at first it's like, oh, I can have sex with anyone, and it's like exciting. But after a while, he's like, this is not really what I want. I really want to be in a relationship with someone. I want to be in a
That
relationship
loves
with
me
her.
for me,
And the
not for the fact that I
can make them
you
feel
happy,
good. And the
but
thing
you-
that I was gonna say about them incorporating the romance was that because of her abusive past, she does not want to have sex with him. The
They-
only
they
reason
just
she wants to
sleep
come
together.
around him is because when she's with him, she can finally sleep. She hasn't
Yeah.
slept in a year, and so since the guy disappeared, so that's why I think that like they do a really good job, and that's why the story is so compelling because you do have all these complicated situations
Man,
and these
like-
layers around this like smutty situation. It's like smut with
Right.
depth, my friends.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. I
Which
feel that.
I know it sounds crazy. I know if you like know me outside of this podcast, you're like, really, got you?
Yeah, no.
Like, but no, man. But like, listen,
Anyway.
It's a good story.
it's just
It's a good
good.
story.
Like
Right.
I literally,
That's how
I
people looked at
look,
me when
I
started
seek out
reading
stories.
Saga and stuff.
Yeah.
So
You know,
You say how you see what?
Saga.
Have you read Saga?
No.
It's the
What's it
comic.
about?
You know the comic that
Oh.
we're going to Barnes and Noble sometimes, and there's like literally like this woman holding a baby
That she
breastfeeding.
breastfeeding, and then the dude's got like
Anyways,
it's a story of it's like a Romeo and Juliet story,
Oh, but like spanning generations or
yeah,
something.
it's one
like
of the.
that.
I can't remember if Dark Horse or is it DC? No, I think it's like Dark Horse or it's one of the other publishers
it's
of comic
somebody.
books.
Yeah, the
But
ones that publish more adult material.
it reminds me
Yes,
of-
or mature
That's
material.
not in the big two. Basically, it's not so
Yeah.
much that they do. It's Saga is a
Indie
graphic
books.
novel
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Okay.
But it puts me in the mind of the manga y'all were just talking because it is
Yeah.
a manga. That you
No,
guys
this
are-
one
It's
is
a
a
memoir.
webtoon.
Oh, this is a
yeah.
webtoon?
Yeah,
Webtoon.
technically,
Oh
yeah.
dang! So
It's on
So
the.
and that's
I'll
another
find
reason
the
why
name
it's so
of it.
beautiful because you can take the same aesthetic that you get from something like Tower of God and apply
Yes.
that here because it's so
Exactly. See?
pretty. It's
And that's
so
the
nice
thing
to
that
look
was
at.
always strange to me because I remember, not even all transparency here. You're just being a guy. You're like, and then you're like, wait a minute.
Are you making me think?
Is this
Am I
full
feeling?
of depth?
What is happening to me?
What is going
You're showing
on?
me breasts, but she's
But I care about who they're attached
Exactly.
to. I don't know what's
Right.
going
But I'm like,
Right.
but then also you'll be like, okay, that's a nice panel or picture. Get me back to the story.
Like, okay, yeah, that was
right.
cute. And moving forward.
Like,
panels, I'm
It's
well,
like
where's
because
the
I
dialogue?
remember when I told
Yeah,
Kanae, I was
yeah.
like, if they remove the sex from this, like this is like I said, all they have to do is make it to where I get shocked and like I touch you and you get
You're flirty. Like,
you
I mean,
get
no,
happy
this
or something,
is a story
and,
that
like-
can easily be translated
It's like
to.
Watchmen when he was
yeah.
jumping on old girl body.
Mm-hmm.
It would be a
Okay.
whole nother like
Yeah.
level of
Just like, yeah, this
Man,
is,
it would be dope.
This would be a great
because you
series.
built in like an evil corporation. You've built in all these different things. It's
What is the name?
so
of
good.
this?
I'll
I'm
have
not,
to find
I
it.
gotta find
I gotta
it 'cause
find
I
it.
just can't
We'll
remember
get
it
back
right
to you,
now.
but the big
I'm sure
deal.
listeners may know exactly what we're talking about. If
Maybe.
you do,
Right.
comment, email
Yeah,
us,
comment and put
Remind
the
us.
name.
and then
Like,
send
yeah.
some other like like-minded like webtoons or anime or manga that you found that you think
Sure.
fall in the same category.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you this.
Let's stay away from this as much.
If it does not have a good story, you're
Don't
just
send
sending
it.
don't
Don't
like.
send smut to us,
And what I
guys.
mean by
Right.
good story is like they can't get 2 or 3 panels without somebody being naked or they're being like
yeah, don't send that.
like that. No, that's not what we looking for.
Be discerning,
We
okay?
ain't looking for you. We're looking for stories. Like there's
Quality,
regardless of whatever. Listen.
Can we? Okay, so I wanted to get
yeah.
us back to where you were in terms of talking about catching up on My Hero Academia.
Yeah, that's what
There was an aside, but I will save that for later. Go ahead.
an aside for the My Hero Academia.
No, it was aside for something that you made me watch that was beautiful, but I definitely was not emotionally prepared to finish it. And you were like,
Oh,
you
Made
need
in
to finish
Abyss.
it anyway. And
Made in
so
Abyss.
I've been
I'm glad you
holding
finished
out
Made in Abyss.
on watching the final episode because I just wasn't ready to find out who Mitty was or anything like that.
Yep.
If you haven't seen Made in Abyss, it's beautiful. It's
And
on
so- and
Amazon Prime.
It's on Amazon Prime.
Watch it.
And it's also a beautiful.
But it's so
I
sad.
think the manga is still ongoing. It's not on Shonen
Now
Jump.
I
as far as
would
know.
read I would prefer to read it because
Yeah.
I like watching it a lot. But
Mhm.
that's one of them that I would definitely read.
I think it's on
Okay.
that
'Cause I'm
site I
greedy.
had sent you
Right.
as well.
I've seen pictures of this one.
It's-
Looks good.
It's
It's one of those that's like beguiling because it makes you feel like it's cute,
an
Right.
adventure.
like
It looked like Promised
Like Magica
Neverland type
Madoka.
stuff.
or Madoka Magica, like that.
Oh, the character designs kind of look like what is that game? Disgaea? Is that what it's called? Disgaea?
Did you see it?
Yes,
I know what you're
that
saying.
one.
They're about to
Mhm,
come out with
mhm.
the 6th version of that.
Listen, I
By
tried
the
to
way.
play number 2 and
It's coming out for the Switch.
Is it hard?
6 is coming out for the
I'm
Switch.
playing 2
Is it
on the
Dark
Switch,
Souls
and I'm just
hard?
like, not even Dark Souls. It's just like,
What is happening?
what?
You just have a lot. Like it's kind of
I
like
missed
a
the
big
wave.
JRPG. Like
It
you have like
is.
hundreds of characters that you can
Wow.
kind of have with your main character.
It's too many. Okay.
I was looking for like a main 6. I can
like
weaponize
Persona 5,
my folks.
like that kind of thing.
And then they was like, well, they can have a class under them, and they could get a class.
so
too.
you running an army up in here. You got a whole.
wasn't
Yeah,
ready
it's
for
one
an
of those
army.
big strategy kind of games.
Yeah.
I'm getting 6. Like I'm gonna have to figure it out.
I don't know. I might have to drop that one, Joe. I can't do it, man.
But also watch Made in Abyss. Watch and read Made in
I'ma
Abyss.
peep
It,
that.
it is really
I'ma
dope.
check that one out.
Basically, it is okay. So a long time ago, I guess there was a meteor or something or of the like.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, there's a huge
That
crater.
barreled down into the middle, down to the
to
center of the
Earth.
earth, or something like that.
And so the people live at the top
Mm-hmm.
around this crater. And your whole life goals is to either to go into these mines
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
and go down deep into them, into the abyss, as they call it.
Right.
And, you bring back treasures and different things. And
For
I
you
think
to sell.
before you sell,
Mm-hmm.
so you can get food and everything else.
Okay.
And the thing about it that they don't tell you initially, because you think like, oh, this is going to be kind of cool, kind of cute. The deeper you go into the abyss,
Mm-hmm.
the more you reach levels of insanity.
There's a curse associated with every level, and the curse doesn't take effect until you're on your way back up.
Yeah.
So most people can go to about level 3. There are 6 levels total. You can go to about level 3, and the curse effects will be minor. You might have a headache, but you'll be fine.
You can, bleed blood from your eyes, start puking
The deeper
profusely.
you go, or you can completely lose not only your mind but your physical form.
Yeah,
of
because
humanity. Like
it's it's
the
essentially
further down you
like
go.
That reminds
Being-
me of Uzumaki.
yeah.
Uzumaki.
Got you. Yes. Have you?
Mm-mm.
So
I read Uzumaki. It's a town
Mm-hmm.
and everything. How would you explain it, Joe? It's like, okay, so it's a town.
Mm-hmm.
It follows this girl and her family.
Right.
Or no, it follows a guy and he likes this girl. Crazy stuff starts happening. Like a guy turned into a whole snail in the
Oh
bathroom.
Lord, what?
Yeah.
A snail?
It's like this mystery
Bruh.
town that's like way deeper than what it seems.
It sounds kind of like a Dark Mirror / like a Twilight Zone kind of situation.
Yeah,
You're in this
exactly.
place. Okay.
'Cause
Okay.
But
everything is
Main
turned
Abyss is
into a
more
spiral.
grounded because it's kind of like essentially, if you think about it in terms of like going into the ocean, going down to the depths if we could, and trying to bottle or zoom your way back up quickly.
The faster you go up, the more likely your lungs are to explode.
Like
or
your
something
lungs
along you
from
know what
the
I mean?
pressure because and you
right,
have
right.
different effects of like, okay, there's no oxygen down here, there's no light, there are all kinds of creatures, and these creatures are not like, these are nightmare fuel.
Yeah.
These are creatures.
Yeah.
So if you
don't
go
watch
down
this with your children.
with a
Right.
do not
Like not
do
with your
not.
young. This is not for your young kids
Like,
at all. Maybe we'll do
like
another
literally
episode
there's
for
a
young kids.
there's a
but this
little
ain't
girl who like is always naked and getting whooped because she just like is
All right.
she's our main character, but she can be a little rambunctious and
it.
rebellious.
And that's what's so strange about it. It does really walk that line. It's not.
It's a very fine line of.
it's not
it's not-
etchy. It's not.
it's-
It's not etchy. It's not hentai.
It's more.
It's
It's more
just
like they're little kids.
Like,
And
you're gonna
kids
do
like to
this?
be naked. Like that's really
that's
more
fair.
what it's like. It's
Yeah.
not. It's not like gross or anything like
it's
that.
really
more
it's
just
really
like,
lightly
it's really
genuine.
innocent. Yeah,
Okay.
it's very, very
Because
innocent.
her and the other main character, they care for each other and they have
Right.
to care for each other and be together to solve what's down in the abyss. And
Yeah.
it's
It's good.
man,
It's very
listen,
good.
it's
I'ma
it's
check that
good,
one out.
dog. Like
I'ma
when I tell you,
I'ma check it out.
especially her, like because essentially you know that they're never coming back.
And everybody else knows it too. Like they all give them stuff and they hope they'll make it back to the top. But I kind of feel the same. I mean, I haven't read it. I've only watched the first season on Amazon, but you kind of get the feeling that maybe they'll get there and they'll stay there.
It's
Yeah.
And maybe
Promised
it'll be
Neverland
okay
and
if they just
Spiral
stay
if they
there.
had a
Yeah.
baby.
Oh, God.
basically.
Yeah, if they had a
Okay.
baby.
But
I'm
to
down.
get back to like finally, guys, I
Yeah,
promise
yeah.
I'll stay on topic. Now we've given you all kinds of things, but My Hero Academia. Let's do this, Devin. Also,
Yes, I'm ready.
before we do that, I'm going to give you guys. Here's what I am currently reading
Okay.
and trying to
Oh, I guess I could do that.
get back into. In terms of things that I'm either caught up on and things that I have to catch up on, whether they're new or whatever. I need to start, but I have on my list the Time Paradox Ghostwriter. I'm going to start doing that.
Yeah.
Burn the Witch. I need to go ahead and read that. It's short. It's quick. I need to. I know you have thoughts. I have to kind of connect the. I want to see how it's connected. I think maybe I can figure it out.
Please, and when you do,
As you guys know, me and Devin are reading Kaiju #8. We are caught up.
getting darn good.
It's about to get real. We can give him a quick one on that. So in Kaiju #8, you know that the main character. I'm gonna start right now. Kafka.
Even though Kafka, I think is what his name is.
He has been moved. He made it, kind of,
More or less. They
the
felt
old-
sorry for him.
Yeah,
well, not even.
no, his captain cadet is like not stupid. He's
Right.
like,
Something's
whatever
going on with
happened
this guy.
to get, like, there was a scale pitch of the strongest kaiju we ever seen, and then it was gone.
And it was
And the only people that were there were you two, and somehow we'll say that she saved everybody, but Kafka,
that's abnormal.
And on top of everything, in the latest chapter, they revealed he finally told them his mission, and that him and the captain
the
grew
hero.
up together.
Yeah. And they sat in a hot tub.
It's too long and passed out.
That right there, that was funny. That was
And
funny
so
for me.
now the captain is basically watching him.
Mhm.
And so it's intensified to the sense to where they now have to go and stop the kaiju. So they got some stuff to figure
I
out.
think that captain got some stuff up his sleeve, man. I don't
too.
trust him. I don't trust him.
I don't either, but I also think he also has his own interests because of him wanting to stay the vice captain and be next to her.
And when he said that, I was like,
Yeah.
I believe it, but at the same time, I don't. I feel like it's still the alternative motive. But keep going.
So then I got Chainsaw Man.
I'm gonna start reading that.
Listen, bro.
eventually.
Chainsaw Man is
Well, I'm almost free. I'm done with Blue Exorcist.
Dark Hero, but you aren't Hitman Reborn.
Dang, if y'all would stop giving me so
but
much
you
stuff.
but you can catch up on
There's
this
so
one.
much.
Chainsaw Man is 85 chapters.
Okay,
Like
that's not
Hitman
bad.
Reborn is finished. You can go. We'll have
That's
a big
there at-
conversation about
yeah,
that whenever you
that's
get
there
to
at
it.
any point. That and
Um,
G Gundam together. We can
I'm
do
caught
it.
up on Phantom Seer. I don't know how I feel about it right now because
It's
it's
just-
so.
I
I think it's too much on the supernatural aspect when they go into like all of their folklore and their onis and demons, and this was the lady with the like. Japan is nightmare fuel in general in terms of their
they just really
horror
tap
tales,
into their
like,
supernatural
oh.
stuff for sure. Like they are in touch with it in
Yeah.
a different kind of way. I feel like for real. Like I just feel like it's generations of stuff passed
Yeah.
down for that.
so
That
that
sounds
one I'm
kinda
not as hype about currently. Like I'm interested in it, but I'm not as hype about it.
The only reason I'm not is because I'm reading Blue Exorcist, and it's darn near
So
similar.
how do you like Blue? Because I keep coming across it on my
Netflix?
on like on
That
Crunchyroll
was
or
one of
Netflix
the-
or something. And
Joe had said something about it being really good, and I was seeing it on Netflix a lot, and I was
It's
like,
really really
I
good.
haven't
check it
watched
out.
yet, but I was like,
I mean, it's
eh.
another one of
It's
those
good.
like
Yeah.
he and his brother are sons of the devil
yeah,
type
twins.
No.
And I
thing.
just,
But
and that's what originally threw me off.
Yeah, and I mean,
Originally, it did
I think
throw
when
me
I
off.
first saw it, I just
but that was the thing because I had
finished,
told you, and I
um,
was gonna keep watching, but you were
yeah.
like, like we had a thing where it was like
we didn't,
Yeah,
know,
me
I
and
gotta,
all-
I
Or
can't
you'd be
do
like,
stuff
and I
that's
say,
not,
I-
not in tune with me spiritually. I gotta, some things I can do, some things I can't.
I'm right
I'll
there
have
with
to
you.
check that one out. But the reason I think I didn't go when I first saw it, because I think I read the premise and was like, oh, this does seem kind of interesting.
Right.
It's
But
fire.
I had just finished Full Metal Alchemist.
Ooh,
And so I wasn't ready
that's
for
a,
that.
That's a meal. That's a
wasn't-
meal.
I wasn't ready
Yeah.
to go back
understand.
into another world.
but
too
reading
similar.
Was it
like-
Brotherhood or just
No,
regular?
no, I have not even gone to Brotherhood yet because I'm
then
just not. My
I've
heart is
definitely-
not
Brotherhood is better.
Brotherhood's lighter.
That really, I heard
Because
it was
they-
worse. Like it
No,
was darker.
they stick more to the manga.
Yeah, they're just. It's not
Like,
that it's
it's
darker.
tied
It's
to the
just
manga.
they actually, the blood
Okay.
and gore stuff is They
Like,
do it, but sometimes it's comical.
I do think the
Okay. Well, I
original
might check it
though,
out
in
then.
terms of the Chimera stuff,
Yeah, no, because that
was
oh my God,
more. The
broke my
original, I
heart.
think, was way more.
The original period was more
Gruesome.
gruesome.
Yeah.
It was good, but
So
it
But
was
they
good
just
like
with
picked.
hardcore.
But they picked like their own ending and everything at the end, which is why I'm
which
glad that Brotherhood came out.
I am too.
Okay,
'Cause
well,
it was
then
way
I will check
more-
Brotherhood out then.
Brotherhood is
I think I'm in a
tied
place
to the
where I can
manga.
do
That was their
again.
whole thing. Yeah, it's
complete
complete
for me.
and not.
Okay.
It doesn't leave you
leave
like
it and
what
you're like,
happens.
Cool.
Like you know, and you feel
You know
better.
that like it gets to the end and they're like, oh, okay,
This is the end.
they made it.
Cool.
They
Okay.
defeated the people they needed to defeat,
Okay,
and now
okay.
Because I'm telling you, getting to
and
that,
now,
the first ending was
oh my
hard.
God, not
One,
Alf,
okay.
Alvin,
Elric.
Albert,
They're
no,
both Elric.
They're both
Alphonse and
Elric.
yeah,
Edward.
Edward.
Yeah, that's it. Alphonse.
when Edward is finally able to tell,
Oh, girl, that
Winry.
yeah,
like
that
they
loves her.
say, like I feel like that's the last chapter or something like
I'm
that,
pretty
where they're
sure
just
it
like,
is. I'm
yes,
pretty sure
like
it
you know,
is.
he's gained a little height. He finally grows.
Oh, he got a little taller.
He grows a
huh?
little taller.
Oh, that's where the
Build that
confidence
extra
came
leg.
from.
You
Oh yeah,
Let me add,
yeah.
Let me
Let
add
me.
those inches on for you.
Yes.
babe.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But
I love it.
so I'm doing that. But I did really like Blue Exorcist. I think I stopped watching because there's like a scene where they're like in the anime where there's like skin decay or something. Like it made my skin itch.
Ooh,
I haven't
Lord.
gotten
can't
there
think
yet.
about-
I just started watching it,
And I think
again.
it's just like
They
reading
have a
the
lot
manga.
of, it's easier to read than it is to watch. I'll
Yeah,
say
now
that.
Yeah.
there are.
It is
I know
easier
there
to
are
read.
those that are probably they go well on paper.
Because me
They
watching
go
it
over
now,
much
I
better.
still rather read it.
Yeah,
Because I
okay.
don't know if I'm gonna finish it. They just put the second season on there.
Okay.
That was why I was like,
Yeah,
But
that's
it's pretty interesting. Like I said, they build stuff up, and a lot of times that premise doesn't hit home for me in a certain way. It used to, in a sense, to where it's like I would, like I said before, it's one of the things that I think made me realize more so. And again, you can get all this over at the BibleStudyGirl.com podcast, and I do apologize, but it is who I am. So you get more of a, you get more of the sense of God's love, in a sense, because again, I know that you could destroy him at any point in time.
yeah.
and will
And will, but there's still the opportunity
to change.
to change.
Mhm.
And like that's, a lot of people would never get that because a lot of people just say, well, you're gonna, like, no, you got the opportunity. I mean, you just choose not to.
Yeah.
And like, I
Very
know
simple.
that you're going to choose not to, but I'm still giving you the choice.
Because of my benevolence.
Yes.
Duh. But anyway.
And I think that was a huge thing as to why, like, when I watch those, that's the only through line that, like, the rest of it is just like, I mean, you're not gonna sway me. I know what is and what ain't.
Yeah, that's what I told
I think
Ari.
I think that's what
Like,
the biggest difference
It
is.
is what it is.
It's
Like,
that.
and
We'll
it's like,
discuss and be like, is this something we want to watch? Probably not now. Let's just wait. And
And
it'll be a couple
yeah.
months later, and we'll be like,
Okay, we're in a place. I think that,
Yeah.
that
This is
I think,
fine.
but I think that also determines, like, or is determined by, and should be determined by your level of maturity in your walk.
Exactly.
oh yeah, I'm just gonna let y'all
So,
know, like, some of this
yeah.
stuff, and I do need to say this, because I mean, technically,
Some of this, if you're
all that we're
Christian, you
Christian
do
based.
not need to be watching
like,
this stuff.
you
Like,
just,
for
if
real.
you do
That's
not
the truth. I
have
agree.
a strong base of faith in anything,
you don't need to be watching.
I don't care. I don't
this.
care what your faith is personally, but if you do not have a strong faith base, there are a lot of anime and manga that
Period.
will challenge you, that will use things that are similar to whatever through line you're following, and it's fiction,
Yeah, that's
and
at
they
the
will
end of the
and
day.
they will warp and
Yeah.
they will follow the through
for
lines.
their for the story, also for their own, like, whatever that person's
devices
message
like
is, whatever
Devil
their
Man
decision
Crybaby.
is. Yeah.
My mom made me throw away every single Yu-Gi-Oh card I own.
Oh my God!
She
No,
went through
I
a whole
remember when
period.
all
Pokemon cards,
of
too?
that craze
Oh,
like
yeah.
was
She was
happening
like,
because people
no.
didn't understand it, and they were like,
Oh.
"We don't understand. But we know enough
Little
about
monsters
where
from
this
the
comes
devil.
from
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
think that this is from the devil." So yeah, I think educate yourself before you
We should
embark
do an
on some
episode
of
on
these.
that. I think I will do an episode on that.
Yeah.
Just a general, like,
Let's
tell people
discuss
about
it.
me kind of thing.
Let's talk about especially
but
since
what you've actually been
parents need
waiting
it.
for, because there's only 2 minutes
we go.
left in this episode. My Hero Academia, I've caught up. Oh my God,
Shigaraki is funny.
Jesus!
Body
really.
Midoriya.
Oh my God!
Shigaraki
No.
is a
He has
absolute
he
monster.
has finally unlocked
He's not even
the
finished.
fullness of his power.
Shigaraki?
Yep.
Which one was he?
The dude with all the hands on his face.
Oh no.
So
longer
two.
has the
No,
hands.
so
No
he's
longer has the hands.
all for one. He's finally fully unlocked
Basically.
all for one. Because that's
Wait,
his.
one for all.
One for all
One
is
for
is
all.
Midoriya.
Wait, all for one. Yes,
All for
he's
one
finally
is
been.
him.
It's finally been given to him.
Oh
Right.
God,
He's
no.
still currently
no.
awakening.
So wait,
And
so
he's
he wasn't
still-
even operating in his
No,
all for one.
he just had the quirk.
Oh my
Like,
God!
His
Yeah.
his
I thought
main quirk.
I thought he had
His
it.
main quirk has leveled up to the point where
Because he
doesn't
used to
have
be his
touch
thing
you.
was he doesn't have he used to be have to touch you to deteriorate
He has
you,
deteriorated a whole
and it's
city.
just like
Oh my
he can literally
God,
it's just
no.
it spreads.
Beast.
If
It's
you are
like
in the
spraying
area.
Febreze
So how
on your
much
couch.
further can Midoriya really go? Like I mean, he's
There's a
gotta
lot.
go.
There's a lot more.
He's
She doesn't know
gotta
about
go.
She doesn't know about but there's a lot.
Oh, I didn't hear it, so it's fine.
Oh, I
No, he
said
didn't say it. I was just
Okay,
letting him know
yeah.
because he was about to tell you.
gonna give
Because
it
like,
to you,
it's a
man.
lot. He has enough. Because
just
here's
ain't
the
got
other
it
thing
all
that they
yet.
kind of realized that's not a spoiler. Essentially, is the previous users or all the previous users of One for All were not the greatest of heroes.
Right.
Okay.
Some of them didn't, because All Might didn't have a quirk, did he?
No.
Right.
Yeah,
that was the
he's,
whole thing.
He's like Midoriya.
Exactly. Right.
They were, average heroes
For
at
the
best.
most
Like
part.
All Might was the
greatest
of
all.
them outside of his teacher.
Yeah.
You know what? Why has All Might never used any of the other powers?
It wasn't for him.
Okay.
That was the whole thing. He talked
Gotcha.
about that. And I think we're learning more that it was about the reverse. It's about accumulating those things. So we'll get there. But y'all, I am re-excited about reading manga because I finally caught up on a lot of the ones that I'm reading.
That's awesome.
Once I catch up on One Piece, I'll be pretty much caught up, and then I guess I'll attempt Black Clover too. But
I'm gonna go ahead. I'm just gonna watch Black Clover. I'm not gonna read that, but I
hear
will.
Black Clover's anime is pretty good, though. I
It's-
haven't watched it for myself yet.
I've only watched it when Joe is watching it because he's in the room with me.
Right.
That's really
Yeah.
it. Or
Like,
I'm in the room
this
with
is on?
him.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so we're watching this.
Yeah.
So, but from what I've seen, I have I do like what I've seen so far. His voice has grown on me because I don't
It
know if
takes
you
a
guys
while.
heard, but
Yeah,
that
it
was
takes
my
a while.
number
Listen,
one.
man.
That
That was
and that
everybody's great.
Oh, like when I started,
hated his
I
voice.
hate
My
Asta's
God,
voice. Period.
so much, so very much.
It's
But
just-
yeah, so
I
what
feel-
else I got?
I feel like
Oh.
I'm so used to characters yelling. I'm used to
They
Luffy
yell-
already.
okay, so Luffy's voice I can get with. Even
I don't know how I finally got
Naruto's
used to
voice.
his.
Both of their voices they didn't bother me. Like I think it's because of their the pitch. Because that's really what bothered me about
Oh, yeah, 'cause
Asta's
she
voice.
doesn't
His
like,
pitch is
Goku's
too
voice
high. Oh
at
God,
all.
no! I refuse to watch Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Ball period because I cannot stand his voice. I will watch it eventually. Oh yeah, no, not
Dubbed is
sub.
fine. Dubbed is fine.
But
Sub,
why does
sub,
this
sub.
grown man the size of Debo sound like a 2-year-old
woman that
boy?
does
Like,
his
what is
voice?
happening?
Isn't it a woman that does his voice?
A woman does Luffy's
I think
voice.
so, yeah.
So,
In Japanese too? I feel
yeah,
like
in
these
Japanese,
women
it's a
out
woman
here
that does
are
Luffy's
winning.
Oh
voice.
man, you know how many years
There's a
I
lot
was.
of 'em. Go
and I mean, I think it
When
was
I
a woman
found
that
out
was doing
that-
Naruto's voice too.
And there's a
I
woman
think
that
so.
was doing Ash's voice in the dub.
Oh yeah. Y'all
Yeah.
know he's got a little
And, like-
brother now?
Wait, what?
Who's got a what?
Ash has a little brother now.
Really?
Wait, did they grow him up, or he's just
No,
always
his-
had a
Did
little
they grow
brother?
him
that-
His little brother's probably gonna be grown before Ash, but
It's the weirdest
Wow.
thing. Anyway, I know why they do it, but anyway, yeah, y'all. I'm also reading Our Blood Oath.
I actually
Mm-hmm.
like the way that's going. And Phantom Seer, both of those, they still have potential for me. It's just they went off the rails a little bit. That's all.
My sister's in the background, guys. I'm just gonna
trying
she's,
to not make
she's trying to
noise.
be quiet as a mouse and still as a rock. But
Who you'll
it's-
be hearing from? You'll be
Shortly.
we'll have some episodes coming soon with Charmaine's World.
Oh yeah, definitely. She's so silly.
Some
She's
teach
making funny
me
faces at
senpai is
us
coming
right
up.
now.
But yes, so that is.
That's all you're reading.
We'll do more breakdown of My Hero Academia in the next one because we were supposed to do that and I kind of just tangented.
Are we
off
gonna
to
say what we're reading now? Like
things.
the
Yeah,
highlights of what we're reading.
Yeah.
You go
Deb,
ahead.
Go ahead.
What am I reading?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll end on that. What we're reading now and what you should be reading with us.
Let's see.
I also got Black Clover, and I was looking at D Gray Man again.
Really? Is that good?
D Grave man.
D Gray.
Oh, Gray.
Man.
Oh, the Gray Man. Okay.
Like, he did great, man.
The Gray Man. I love
D
it.
Gray Man is Blue Exorcist light.
Oh,
Okay.
really?
It's still very, and I mean light in the sense that they don't like. So they use Noah, and there's an ark.
Oh, God.
But there's-
I'd be like, what?
But there's
that's
like
what I'm saying. Like, come on,
a.
stay out our stuff. Like, gosh.
But there's like a. You just have to watch
Is
it.
it a good twist? Because it sounds like you were about to say there's a twist. It's a twist.
It's not animals, it's demons. No.
Well, it
We're
is.
saving
I
the
knew
demons.
it.
Oh my God.
I
Are
knew
you
it.
kidding me?
But they're not. No.
Right.
But they're not saying. They're like the church, and they like it.
Yeah.
It's one of those. Like,
Okay,
we're
well,
going after
I'll
this.
check it out.
It is a little hard to get into.
Right.
It's slow.
How many did you have to read before you were into it?
Oh, I was watching. This
Oh,
is the anime.
okay,
This was
okay,
just,
okay.
and then I went back and read because the anime just ended, and it's like
Oh,
it's
really?
another one of those animes or mangas that takes a while to come out.
Hunter,
okay.
Hunter
So
type
you,
stuff.
yeah, Hunter
Okay.
type stuff. So that was like, okay, I need to know what's happening
Right.
And I need to know
right.
today.
because they know how to break your heart.
Yeah.
And this is D Gray, man.
D Gray Man.
I'm gonna check that out.
It's on Shonen. That's why I started looking at it again.
peeped that. And that's why I was like, I'm gonna check that out. I have been reading Dragon Ball Super's most recent chapter. And listen,
Okay. No judgment here.
I'm listening.
Is it good?
Goku done unlocked Ultra Instinct.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
listen. And at the end, he was like, "You said Moro was sentenced to death, right? All right, I gotta fight him as an Earthling now." And he ripped his shirt off.
Oh Lord.
Ooh, it's gonna get good. So
Okay.
Oh,
Goku
okay.
might kill his first villain.
Wow.
All
Because he
right.
won't, you know what I
Wow.
mean? So that's
All
interesting.
right.
Everybody's
It
just
is.
like, what's he? Because even Beerus was like, what's this? So
It's time.
I'm interested in that.
Okay.
I'm
It's
reading
time.
Boruto. Boruto's getting kind of good.
Okay.
It's getting.
It's
They're
only
fighting-
50 chapters. 50 chapters currently. I think I might try to dive back
You
in.
really should, because like at this point, the karma mark is gone from Kawaki, the other little friend. Like the
What?
main, it's. I'm telling
story-
you,
How's it
Yeah,
going?
going there.
The whole thing in the first chapter was
if you read it,
You will know.
because I'm not gonna spoil this one
All right,
for you, because
all right,
it's
all right,
just
all right.
it's actually. I would much rather read it than watch it.
have they
Okay.
gotten better foot? Oh, for sure.
Yeah, no, because the
Because
watching is painful.
the Boruto wasn't nothing but them. And again, I will say Boruto is trash.
Anime.
Boruto is
Boruto
trash.
anime.
Roswell's a
Anime.
bitch. I'm just gonna put
you're
all
using
that out
my,
there.
all my phrases. ReZero. Oh,
So
fire right now,
that
man.
I gotta do ReZero.
You do.
I'm trying to finish Gundam. G Gundam first. Have you watched G Gundam?
I have not.
She's not.
I heard you guys talk about it.
I
and
started her
he
on
did start
Gundam
me on
Wing,
him.
and then
Oh,
she
you
just
started-
like
oh.
bailed.
No, I haven't bailed. I just haven't gone back to it yet. Now I still like it, but of course it obviously has not aged very well.
It's
so
one of those.
no, it has
does
not
it-
aged very
okay.
well.
Listen, let me tell you
G Gundam-
something.
Did G Gundam age well?
G
Like,
Gundam,
is it-
because it has more fighting to suffice. Like Gundam Wing is really amazing because of the Gundams. The story is great, but it also runs like a 90s daytime soap opera.
It's
Like the whole thing that I just went, I was like, hero.
Yeah, like
It's like the main.
I feel
So
like
I
I
have
hear
to-
the theme song already.
right, exactly,
You know, okay,
exactly. So
I
like
feel
I
you.
have to. I
No,
just
that's
have
the
to get
guy's
back
name.
into
Hero
it.
Yu is the main
I-
character.
I'm-
and she just says his name. Like there's this moment where she's like calling out to him, and she's hero.
And it's just
I just
so.
think of Inuyasha.
It's
Yes.
it's so cringe. Oh,
But okay, so you said you were reading.
yeah,
You were
yeah.
reading.
What else? Boruto
Mhm.
and everything that Joe mentioned as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think
okay.
that's just about it, really.
Well, I have had to pause my reading of the ReZero light novel because I'm waiting on Icarus over there, and I don't want to leave
Don't
him.
sound so salty, slow reader.
I'm not. I look, and I admit that I'm a very slow reader.
You enjoy your book.
It takes me some time because I want to make sure I understand everything that I read. So I'll reread things multiple times to make sure I understood what happened.
Right.
So I'm just going to give you guys a few of my, like the highlights of my webtoons that I'm reading right now. The first one is The Remarried Empress. Oh my gosh. So good. Because basic premise, Empress is married to, like, was betrothed to this emperor of the East Empire. They got married. Everything was cool because they knew they weren't like in love. They just been betrothed since they were kids. Mm-hmm. The first chapter opens with like him, her saying, "I accept this divorce," and him and his mistress are over there, and she's like, "Oh." She's one of those innocent types that pretends to be nice, but deep down she's a total jackass. Like you just know she is. She's conniving. But so and then she's like, "But I also want you to accept." Yeah, that's the one. "I also want you to accept my new engagement." Because the emperor is like, "Whew, that was easier than I thought. I was really worried. Oh my God, I'm so happy this worked." She said, "Yeah, and I also want you to accept my new marriage. I'm getting remarried." He's like, "What to who?" And of course, this wonderful man, this glorious blonde man comes in from the West Empire ready to scoop her up right quick. So that was a really, really cute one. Another one is Shiloh, which is like this gritty kind of webtoon. I think it's like a detective looking for this mass murderer.
I'm gonna jump in on yours to say that here's something that we're both gonna do because I need to do it. I'm going to start reading Girls of the Wilds again.
Oh, yeah, no, that's on my list.
Okay.
I wasn't going to say it because Girls of the Wilds is... we told you about that one before.
We've definitely told you about it.
Yeah, we talked about that one before. Yeah,
because we talked about the guy who goes to girls' school and stuff fighting. Like,
and he's the only boy there. And they're all like...
Is there an app for this?
Oh, boy.
Webtoon?
Yes.
Oh, okay, guys. Don't worry about it. I didn't know.
When
guys.
the master becomes the student.
Between him and Pat, I feel like I'm always going to have these apps on them. Like, why are you not doing this?
I need to like raid your phone and make sure I have every single app.
I'm trying to tell you.
Webtoon comics?
Yes, that's what, yeah. I went ahead and downloaded it because they kept putting it up. And then the last one that I'll mention is another one that I literally just started. It's called Heartbreak Hotel. And I like that a lot of these are not. They don't.
Song in my head.
Yeah, I know, right?
Where's Whitney? Where's Kelly Price?
Yeah, but I mean, obviously that wasn't the first Heartbreak Hotel, but it's the one that we knew. But no, they describe it as a 50s style, like they describe it as like Grease meets.
Oh, come on here. You've been doing so well. Oh man,
it was Grease meets something. Let me see if I can find the description.
I just love the way that the animation looks. Or not that, but the art.
Yes,
the art is
the art,
beautiful.
and that's one thing that I will say about Webtoons. I don't know if everyone that creates on here is from Korea or from a particular country, because there seems to be a lot of different types.
I agree.
Of creators and things like that on here, and they have so many. I love that there are so many of them that feature. That seem to feature African American characters, that and women characters too,
characters of color and a lot of female characters.
Because it is very difficult to find a really good anime that literally features like a diverse cast, or it features a woman in the lead
and
role.
It's believable
and they're like, not wimps. They're like, they're still women, they still have their weaknesses, but they're still kicking everybody's hide. And that's very I get excited when I see stuff like that. So Heartbreak Hotel, it seems to be like it's about a charm school that this one girl in particular is not happy to be at. And she gets selected probably because of her lack of charm to be a part of this assassins group. So I just started the first chapter. I haven't gotten into, or the second chapter. I haven't gotten into it just yet, but it looks really, really exciting.
I always got good stuff for me to jump into. I went and
we're gonna keep doing that.
To all of those.
Yes. So those are gonna be my suggestions. I'll let you know if it's worth it.
Y'all should check out.
I heard the Gamer
time.
was fire.
Yes.
What's that?
I was just gonna say it.
The Gamer?
Yes. Like if you ever wanted to have real life gaming powers like Dark Souls or something.
Oh no, man! I don't even know what power. Before we close, if you could get any video game like protagonist powers or even antagonist, who would it be? From a video game. If you could I
gotta think about that. You got to do that at the beginning
so
of an episode. And matter of
time.
fact, I was just gonna say that. So
tune in next time for the
we're gonna talk about that and give y'all a little bit more breakdown on My Hero Academia.
Yes.
So Prima Diva, do your thing.
All right. So if you'd like to get in touch with us, you can email us, and we would love your comments, questions, concerns, or suggestions at grayareaanime@gmail.com. You can get at us on Twitter at grayareaanime1, and you can get at us on Instagram and Facebook at grayareaanime.
Dev?
Oh, yes. Just Will. _ in the front and back on Instagram. Devin Wilson on Facebook. That's Devin with an I.
If y'all have not already checked out the Gotei 3 Chibi style,
Oh man, check it out. It's so nice. I was gonna
cool.
ask you if you could make some for me.
Ari was
I would
like,
love
Ari
that.
said, now you know you got to do Sarita and Kane, right?
Yes.
I said, I know. And she said,
Yes,
Jay wants
please.
one too.
Yes.
So I'm going to have chibis up around the house.
because we
I would love
are,
it.
I've turned into I feel like I'm a hitman reborn mob boss with the
Yes.
suit you put on me.
It's wonderful.
I got more. Chilling with Chibis is the Instagram page. I don't
Chillin'
know why
with
I don't
Chibis.
promote it.
Yes,
Chilling
you
with no
should.
G.
At chilling with Chibis.
It's been so long. I got to get back on it
Yes.
and start making these things again. But
Listen, y'all.
chilling with Chibis.
Y'all gonna be so surprised at the growth of Devin. It's
Like,
gonna be amazing.
Yeah, I
And
gotta do
all
some
of this,
stuff.
like
Oh, yeah.
everything that we're doing, it's
Yes,
gonna
Oh
be
yeah,
pretty
wait.
exciting.
Oh, January. Oh yeah.
January is going to be. We'll have our announcements about the things that are coming closer to the end of the year. Once probably like the end of November, because I'm not sure what December is going to look like in terms of production. You might get some cool like reruns in December. I ain't gonna lie to y'all.
Well, you won't get. We'll pre-record some stuff.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
because we
that's probably
we
what
don't
we'll do.
work December. It's a family thing,
There you
just
go.
so we can
It's
get
a
time.
Shabbat, guys. We're
But,
taking a break.
But it also doesn't mean we won't.
Everybody deserves
It won't be a long time, and we shouldn't have left you without a dope podcast to listen to.
Amen.
Listen to.
Oh, look
That's
what you
it.
did it.
Anyway, I did it right. I can do it sometimes. Anyway, we'll see you guys on the next one. A 1 and a 2 and a peace.